Whoa, it's a beautiful day to do these reactions, man. Listen, like it before you light it, hit the sub before you hit the bud, man. Listen, dog. Hey, bro, it was nice meeting you at Home Depot the other day, dog. We took a picture together and everything. Shout out to you, brother, for real. I know you watching, bro. He asked to take a picture, so I know he be watching for real. So shout out to you, dog, for real. Hey, man, listen, dog. This one right here, Jesus Christ. What? Bro, y'all gotta hear this shit, dog. Literally.
83 years old in a nursing home, and you can't hold your bowels because you wore a bottom. It's diabolical.
For you guys who don't know no better, I've been found out what it is, but a bottom is the receiver. He the one that's doing the bending, evidently. And this is the result of decades of getting bent over. This is crazy work right here, bro.
I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you the story. If you know this man, if you work with this man in the nursing home, don't you get your ass in my comment section and say a damn thing. Okay, let me tell my story because that's how I interpret it, because that's what he had said to me, and I don't want to hear y'all talking in the comments about it. Okay, all right, got the disclaimer out the way. So back when I was working for the podiatrist, we had encountered this gentleman. I ain't gonna lie, I think he's deceased, but we just gonna go ahead and change his name just in case he's still alive and scooting. Okay?
Scooting and Putin.
Shit, what should we call him? Iris, Gary. Let's call him Gary. Sound. So we had got to Mr.
Gary, if you take the R out with that spell, gay. Makes perfect sense.
Gary's room or whatever. And we introduced ourselves. The doctor introduced himself and said, "This is my assistant, Latoya. You know, we're coming to cut your toenails." And, you know, as most older people do, they make conversation with the doctor, you know, what made you get into this profession, all this, blah, blah, blah. Now, I can already tell that, you know, he was part of the Labiquita family. Which that's
Labiquita.
You know, like, so what the fuck? The doctor had got called out the room or whatever, so I was just standing there because, you know, what the fuck else am I supposed to do right now? At this time I wasn't actively cutting toenails, so I was basically the assistant, so I was just basically holding the bag and the doctor did all the work in this part. So, you know, he asked me about myself, I asked him about himself. As we commenced to talking, all of a sudden a whole bunch of all this shit, right? Because he's using the bathroom because he can't hold his bowels, right?
Jesus Christ.
He said, "Is there any way you can go get the nurse for me? Just please go get the nurse for me." I said, "Oh, no problem. I'm trying to get the fuck out of there anyway because the stench is on 20, okay? And I don't do good with smells." So I go get one of the ladies. I went to the service desk or whatever, and I told them, you know, he's requesting a nurse. She was like, "Okay, somebody be in there, whatever." So I went back in there. They said somebody be in there. As most people in the nursing home, they always say that they ain't gonna never get there. Being professional, all I could do is just lean against the wall with my hands behind my head and just, I mean, not behind my head, but behind my back.
Ain't no way I could have did it, dog.
Please hurry up, doctor, because I ain't gonna be able to do that no more. So,
it ain't the job for me.
The nurse finally comes in after like 5 minutes, so she wasn't that long. She come in, they asked me to step out the room so they can get him together, whatever. They got him together. I came back in the room. I was like, are you okay? Do you want me to ask her to get you a juice or something? He was like, no, baby, I'm fine. And he was like, I just wanted to tell you, if you ever want to do the do with a man and he tell you that he want to stick it back there, tell him no. Because all this just happened to me is because I let a man stick it back there. Okay? And baby, I ain't no mop bucket. But goddamn it was good when it was good.
He said, hey, man, let's be real. It was multiple niggas.
Okay, sir.
Hey, bro, I'm going to tell y'all something about gay dudes. I worked with multiple gay dudes over the years, man. Cool as a fan. I ain't going to hold you. I ain't got nothing against them. But, bro, they're promiscuous. Never met a gay nigga that I ever worked with and who wasn't getting blown out by multiple people, bro. They all do it, dog. I'm sorry. It ain't no such thing as a one-man, bro. It just don't exist. I ain't going to say his name. But people who used to work at this restaurant instantly know because he used to talk like this. Yeah, man, it was this one guy who used to just, I don't know, we used to hook up at the park and he talks like that. Man, bro, the nigga brags about getting his back blown out at work, dog. Real talk. He want to come and participate in locker room talk with the guys. But the problem is, prime example, I'm talking to my partner Marlon one time, right? Hispanic dude, cool. He telling me how he was busting up this girl back in the day. Because me and him went to high school together, too. And then I'm telling him about some of my work. Here come this nigga right here. Yeah, guys. I mean, I got a similar story. We don't give a fuck, bro. Come on now. But listen, dog, he was the type of dude, and this was the craziest part too. He was the type of guy. We be working, and he see one of his recent hookups. Hey, Will. You see that blonde head fellow over there with his wife and kids? Yeah, I just blew him yesterday. What? I keep almost slipping up and saying his man's name. Hey, dog, shit crazy.
Moral of the story, for all the people who are engaging in that side of intimacy, do you ever think about what's gonna happen when you become loosey goosey?
Ooh, whoa, loosey goosey.
That did. I don't participate in that. Never will. Never have. Just go ahead and croak me over like a dead raccoon on the side of the road, baby, because it ain't gonna be me. But for y'all, like, do y'all ever think about that? Because to be,
hey man, I know a lot of you dudes watching this like, damn, I be hitting my old lady up in there, dog. She ain't gonna be able to hold her shit in one day. Or is you ladies who watching me scared now? Cause y'all be liking to play with the back door. Oh man, that's crazy right there, bro. But scientifically, your body wasn't made to do that. It is what it is, because a woman could get pounded and grounded all day vaginally, and she ain't gonna not be able to hold her bladder one day, I would assume. So there you go. But anyways, moving on. Comments. Comments. My ex started shitting on himself constantly out of nowhere at one point. Now I'm wondering, oh my goodness gracious, heavens no. I worked in GI, and we can always tell when people come for a colonoscopy, men and women. You freaky frogs. Working in Atlanta nursing homes in about 50 years is going to be diabolical. This is all you're going to see. Tried it once when my farts started falling out their own. I can't read, y'all. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. Tried it once when my farts started falling out on their own is when I knew I'm not doing it again. Wow. Funny how no men are in the comments. Shit, I'm in these comments. This shit funny. People in the community never want to talk about fecal incontinence. Oh my God. It's an exit, not an entrance. It was made for exit only. That's why. Shit. Hey, I did a video a couple weeks ago about a woman who said she let a man move his big ass couch in her back door. And at work, she just started just shitting on herself. I'm going to link it right here.
Fuck me if I'm wrong.
I thought that nigga said that, bro. This nigga crazy.
But do not ever give your phone number to your girl's parents. Let me tell y'all a story real quick. So right, y'all, this one time I was at McDonald's getting food at like 8 o'clock. So while I'm at McDonald's, I get a lovely text from the girl I was talking to. She texted me, "You should come over, I'm home alone." And I knew she wanted to get smooshed. So I said, of course I'll come. So I get to her crib, right? And when I get to her crib, the door was locked. So I knocked on the door because she said she was home alone. So y'all, the door opens, and it opens up to her parents.
I knew this.
And I thought she said she was home alone. So when I say what's up to her parents gonna say, "So you the new boyfriend? Huh? I don't know what she told the parents, but I'm just here to crash. So I ain't want to say, no, I'm not, because they knew what I'd be here for. So I just said, yeah, I am. So I'm saying my name and shit, greeting the parents. So y'all, the parents gonna say, "You should give us your number so we can keep in contact."
My parents told me not to.
And not gonna lie, my dumbass gave them my number. Whole time I'm knowing this is the first and last time they gonna see me. So I just said, "Nice to meet y'all," and then I went up to her room. So when I went in her room, I told her, I said, "Why the fuck you tell me you was home alone?"
Man, was you at a white girl house, dog? I've dated several women in my formative years, teenage years, and black parents ain't just letting you go up to nobody's room. And I wonder if the door was closed, because even if they do let you go in the room, that door ain't finna close. You might have been at a white woman's house.
Talking about, "I just wanted you to come over so you can fuck me." Now, when she said that, I wasn't even mad.
Yeah, I
I said, "Okay, you got me." But I also asked, did you tell your parents we were dating? She said, yeah, that's the only way they'd let you come over.
Yeah, that's a
So
white
I'm
girl.
telling her, like, bro, I gave them my number. And she looked at me and just laughed. So not gonna lie, y'all, I had to fuck my anger out.
Man.
So we went straight into it. So I started crushing. And I crushed for like 25 minutes. So after that, I stayed for a little bit. And then I left. So y'all, the next morning, I get a text from her. And she sends me a TikTok of me putting my arm around a girl from when I was in New York City. And she said, this is what you do to bitches? I said, bruh, I didn't do anything with her. And first off, I wasn't even dating this girl. So I was like, why the fuck is she even mad? So we was going back and forth, right? And then we eventually stopped. So then, y'all, a couple hours later, I get a text from her parents. So they gonna send a text saying, after you greet and shake our hands, whole time you're meeting with other girls? I'm like, dog, I'm not even dating your daughter. I was just there to crush. I'm no boyfriend. Like, y'all lost y'all fucking minds. But at the end of the day, it's my fault for even giving them my number. They was talking about they was gonna find my parents, get them in contact to let them know what I do. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, y'all, don't give your number out to other girls' parents, gang.
Yo, this some funny shit to me, but I don't know if I believe this story, but this is a true story right here, dog. So I used to be dealing with this female that I met in school, and like we had our thing, bro. We had a damn good thing going, bro. I would go over there once or twice a week. Her mama was a nurse, her auntie was a nurse, and the mama and the auntie basically lived in there with her, whatever. She was the only child, so she lived with her mama and her auntie. And like I used to hop that damn fence, go in the garage, and handle my business at least once or twice, dog. One day, her mama came home early, bro. And I'm hiding under the bed and shit. Her mama come straight in the room, sit on the damn bed, dog. And she just like, what you got going on and shit? And I'm just like, damn, I'm about to be in here for a minute. They really in here shooting the shit. Some kind of way, bro. I don't know. Maybe God, maybe just luck may have it. But she was like, you have somebody in here? And I was like, fuck. No, this girl go look in the closet, bro. She come look under the bed and she see my black ass, bro. She like, I'm calling the police, man. I hop from under that bed so fast. I'm like, please don't call the police. Please don't call the police. She was like, I ain't gonna call the police, but I am gonna call your parents. What's your mama phone number? I said, fuck. So it's either that or she gonna call the police. So I give her my mama number, dog. She called my mama. I don't know what make your son think he could come over here to my house without my permission, doing Lord knows what with my daughter. And I'm just like, fuck. Now, my mom already know I'm toe up. You know, I'm a teenager. My mama, they caught me with females in the crib buku times. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, damn. But my mama was mad because she was like, dog, you know that could have been way worse. What if her daddy came home? I said, Mom, I only mess with females that come from broken homes. And she was like, boy, see, that's that boy. Hey, let me move on to the next one, bro.
I personally feel that no young man in their early 20s should be prioritizing paying all of the bills in the home that they live in with their girlfriend. I personally feel privileges like...
I think you should prioritize not living with your girlfriend when you just young like that, period. Like, come on now.
That are things that you discuss when you're on the edge of marriage and when you're actually married. I will be teaching my sons that they should prioritize their single life, their career development, locking in good mental and physical health routines, and enjoying living alone first. That's something that I never experienced, living alone, right? I went from my childhood home to living with my girlfriend, right? And my wife never put any type of pressure on me in regards to paying all of the bills. This was just something that I saw growing up.
It's an unspoken pressure. Societal norms is teaching you that, hey, the man pays the bills, he brings home the bacon, and the woman cooks it.
There was a man who paid all the bills. My grandfather was a man who paid all the bills. So it was always in the back of my mind that one day, if I could, that would be something that I would be interested in moving towards. But my wife never put that type of pressure on me, right? I wasn't even financially able to do that until I was 30, 31 years old. I'm about to be 36 soon. I've been living with my wife since I was 24 years old. Had my wife put pressure on me to pay all of the bills at 24, 25 years old, 26 years old, we wouldn't be together.
He's 100% cooking, and he's right. And I think I reacted to a video that somebody sent of him the other day when he was talking about $140,000. He was reacting to somebody else saying, or an economist saying that $140,000 is the poverty line. So that's a completely separate video. And I definitely want to make sure I link back to the content creator, so that link will be in the description of the
$140, 140,000 is the poverty line. Boy, America sucks if that's the case. Shit. Y'all saying it's the greatest country in the world, but 140K is the poverty line? Ain't no way. I don't know if I believe that.
main original video. But with that being said, he's 100% right. You should not even be giving money to women. I don't know where this simping, cash apping, sending money to women that you don't know, chasing women around. You got to be selfish before you can be selfless, meaning that you need to be pouring more into yourself than you ever can into another human being. And if you have a woman that's around you, which you're supposed to be broke when you're just now coming out of college, and we got to stop putting our kids out there and allowing for them to be able to stay with us a lot longer, unless they get to the point to where they're being disrespectful. Then that means that you need to be out on your own so you can learn the lesson. But allowing for them to fail in controlled environments is absolutely a lot more conducive for your life than you being out there in the streets, in the mud, and just suffering. And that's why a lot of guys are doing this type of stuff, because they didn't have the OGs and the father in their life.
Man, look, I'm going to tell my little boy off the rip, man. Listen, dog, they got niggas out here that's busting up the girl that you find sexually attractive for nothing. Be that guy until you find one that you want to lock in with, period. Like, you do not want to be the guy who has to take her out on a date and spend money on her when there are clearly other men busting her up for nothing. Real talk. Y'all niggas in the comments, tell me if I'm lying. You smashed a woman before who was dealing with men who was spoiling them, giving them money, breaking them off, flying them here, flying them there, and your ass wasn't doing nothing but giving a hard dick and bubble gum. Tell me if I'm lying in the comments, fellas. Why would you want your son to be the guy who overpays for it? You wouldn't want your son to be that guy. But look at this one. This is where the hypocrisy come in. I got 2 daughters too now. Don't be the girl you just letting niggas bust you up for no reason, goddamn it. Hell no, don't be that girl. Shit, it's tough when you got boys and girls, because dog, you gonna have to tell them different shit. You know, boys live out. Y'all like, this nigga well crazy, but it is what it is, man.
Now, as somebody who grew up real poor in South Louisiana, one thing I love about our culture is we know how to make food stretch. In fact, people always praise our food, not realizing that the ingredients are cheap as shit. We just know how to make it work. You hear me?
Facts.
For example, you need a meal that can stretch like 2 nights and stick to your ribs, but you have like what?
Stretch like a chef mentor highway prostitute. That's how we needed to stretch.
10, 15, maybe $20. Rice and a bag of red beans. You got red beans and rice.
Yep.
You want to add a little razzle dazzle? Throw in a cheap link of sausage. That's it. That's all you need. That's gonna stretch, right? You want something that's gonna warm you up because it's kind of chilly outside or it's cold. Look, po man gumbo, chicken and sauce. You don't need no shrimp. You don't need no kind of seafood, no nothing. That's cheap as shit. To make roux, again, cheap as shit. Flour and oil. That's it. They got the ones that's already made for you at the stove. If not, you can stand in front of a stove and make it yourself. Not hard at all. If you can only afford a small pack of meat because the bigger packs are way too expensive, again, get a cheap sausage link, throw it in there. You got rice and meat. It's gonna stick to your ribs. You're gonna get tired of it, but it's gonna stick to your ribs. If you can't even afford a pack of meat, but you can afford some sausages, cut them bitches up, put that shit in like a tomato gravy, a little canned corn, baby. That's a meal. It's gonna stick to your ribs. And that's the beauty of our culture. No matter if you're Louisiana Creole or Cajun, when there's a will, there is a way, honey. It seems like we're doing a lot and we're putting all this stuff in when really we're just using what we got.
Hey, dog, if anybody survive, it's going to be some black people, bro. It is what it is. We know. Niggas always been on defense, man. That's how we know how to survive, bro. Like, some of y'all niggas knew for a fact, if y'all smelt your mama cooking spaghetti You knew you was about to eat that shit for the next 3 days. The next 4. Let's be for real, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, you knew. Because that's just what it was, man. It was out of necessity.
We have a big family from Compton. I'm from Compton. So this is a Compton massacre.
Just to hear that a gunfight would break out at a picnic, this was at a car show, there were families, there were
It
children.
wasn't a car show, sir. It was a baseball game. That's it. At Peck Park. That's it.
Just to hear something like that would happen on a Sunday afternoon.
Well, when you dealing with different hoods, what do you expect? Because it's the weekend, and I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm from Santana Block Crip, so it's gonna do what it do.
Well, I hope your adoptive son is okay, that you're able to get a hold
but I
of him.
heard that he passed.
Yeah, okay. Hopefully that's not true, but it is. I'm so sorry.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
All right. So again, multiple people shot. We're told that at least 7 people were injured. 3 of those people with gunshot wounds. 2 taken to the hospital in critical condition. But as you can see behind me here, still a very
We have a big,
Dog, this shit was so funny, bro.
big family.
Y'all saw this part right here?
that you're able to get a hold
but
of
I
him.
heard that he passed.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that's not true, but it is. I'm so sorry.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Hold
All
on.
right. So
this
again,
part.
multiple.
You expect, because it's the weekend.
Watch when she throw the setup.
And I don't know.
Watch
I
when she
can't
throw the
speak for
setup.
everybody else, but I'm from Santana Block Crip.
Look,
so
Buddy said
it's
this
gonna do
interview
what it
over
do.
after
Well, I
that.
hope your adoptive son is okay. That you're able to get a hold
but I
of him.
heard that he passed.
Hopefully that's not true, but it is. I'm so sorry.
real quick.
Thank you
Okay.
very
Hey,
much.
dog, as soon as she went to Yerman, Buddy was like, well, I'm so sorry for your loss. You know, I wish you and your family the best. Hey, dog, this nigga funny, bro. Hey, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. I'm finna go ride this scooter real quick. You feel me? I'll let you boy.